The man in seat 19A looked like he hadn't slept in days. His navy jacket was creased, his tie slightly loosened, and the little girl resting on his arm clutched a threadbare stuffed bunny with one ear missing. A couple of passengers exchanged disapproving looks, whispering about how some people let themselves go. The flight attendant, smiling politely, asked him to move his duffel bag from the aisle. He tried, but the strap caught on the armrest, and the bag tumbled open. A small lunchbox fell out, pink, decorated with glitter stickers spelling "My Hero Dad." A few chuckles rippled through the rows. His face flushed, but he didn't respond. No one knew that the exhausted man was once Major Ryan Cooper, a decorated Royal Air Force pilot whose call sign still carried weight among elite squadrons. He had commanded missions that saved dozens of lives, but after losing his wife 3 years ago, he traded the skies for bedtime stories and school lunches. As the flight from London to Toronto entered rough airspace, turbulence shook the cabin. Then the pilot's voice came over the speakers, tense and clear. "Attention passengers, we've been requested to identify any military or aviation personnel on board. If anyone has served, please press your call button." A few scattered chimes rang. Ryan stayed still, his thumb tracing the edge of his daughter's bunny. The message repeated, this time sharper. "We specifically need a former Air Force pilot. Communication assistance required immediately." Murmurs spread. Ryan exhaled slowly, kissed the top of his daughter's head, and pressed the button. Within moments, the cockpit door opened, and the co-pilot hurried down the aisle, holding a secure satellite phone. "Sir, they're asking for your credentials, your call sign." Ryan hesitated, the hum of the engines filling the silence. Then in a calm, steady voice he said, "This is Hawk 17, every head turned." The name sent a ripple through the flight crew. Hawk 17, the pilot behind a near-impossible rescue mission years ago. The one that made global headlines before the man behind it vanished from public life. Within minutes, the plane's windows filled with the shadow of sleek grey aircraft, a formation of RAF Typhoons flying beside them, their wings gleaming in the afternoon light. The captain's voice cracked slightly as he spoke again. "Ladies and gentlemen, we are now under escort protocol, coordinated directly with the Royal Air Force, and it's all thanks to the man sitting in seat 19A. The cabin erupted in gasps and quiet awe. The same people who had rolled their eyes minutes earlier now stared in reverent silence. One woman clasped her hands, whispering, "He's the one. He's really him." Ryan simply smiled faintly and adjusted the blanket over his daughter's lap. She stirred, blinking up at the sight of the fighter jets outside. "Daddy," she murmured sleepily, "are those your friends?" He nodded softly. "Yes, sweetheart. They're just making sure we get home safe. For the rest of the journey, no one saw a weary single dad anymore. They saw a hero who had once risked everything for strangers, now doing the same for the little girl who was his whole world." And as the plane touched down safely, every passenger carried one quiet realization. Behind every tired face might be a story of unimaginable strength, a hero hiding in the most ordinary seat in the sky.